What's up, people? Freedom of speech, freedom of the press. I praise the nurses and doctors that's trying to help these people survive. But you don't wear a mask, that's all on you. You're the idiots. You're the idiots. Everybody don't have no money, losing their jobs and stuff. And the government don't want to help nobody but themselves. It's kind of weird. But well, I'm going through this divorce, and we'll see how it goes, man. I'm hoping that, everything she told me was already true. When she told me back in, I pulled up the paperwork here. Let me see, where did I put it? Doggone it. Oh, here it is right here. This is when, this happened right here. This happened right here on 3/4. I don't know if y'all can see that. It happened right there on 3/4/2020. See the date? 3/4/2020. See the time? Okay, right there. She says, this is when she told me that she could put a restraining order out on me. So this is what my statement back to her. I said, it's kind of funny how your ex had you out there pimping for him and going from Minnesota to Wisconsin, selling his drugs for him, and yet you hate me. I have done nothing out. I have not had you out there prostituting for me. I did not have you out there getting girls, minors, to be prostitutes for him. I did not give you AIDS. I keep telling you all of this time, from the first day that I found out that you had HIV, that you had AIDS, is when you got sick in the hospital in Minnesota. I told you before, and I'll tell you again, stop taking it out on me. Go after the ones that gave you HIV, that gave you AIDS. Okay, then it goes here. What I stated was, how can you say you're going to put a restraining order out on me? What the hell did I do for that? And then I stated, when the courts find out you lied, then you'll end up going to jail or be fined by the courts. But apparently the courts don't care when you lie, put a false restraining order out on someone. So that's what I'm fighting with right now. But I know how to deal with that because I got somebody that's helping me with that right there. Okay? Got someone helping me with that right there. So let me explain something to y'all. My wife has committed adultery. She's been sleeping around. I found used condoms in the car. And it wasn't mine. So she's been in our car doing whatever she want to do with some guy or woman. Now that comes from her. I found drugs in the car, but one day she gonna get her ass pulled over. They're gonna find what they want to find. And I hope that day comes soon. I really do. I really do. But it is so ironic how the laws in the state of Minnesota is for all women, not for men. Minnesota's a state for just women. Men get tore down, broken up behind a woman that lies so good. I've seen so many marriages, like Barney with his wife, well, his second wife. She lied so much on him, so much on him. And she was a correctional officer that lost her job because she was messing around with an inmate. She interfered with his kids and his ex-wife. I used to like her. I used to think she was a nice person until I seen how she really was, Then she breaks up my marriage because misery loves company. It's kind of funny. And she told on herself when she said to me, she admitted to me that she did that. That's how she got my wife to break up with me. Never abused my wife, treated her like a woman. But now she's nothing to me. She's nothing to me. I had to go for these tests all the time. Got to take this medicine again. She's nothing to me. She's nothing to me. But the best thing about this is what she done to me. I'm going a different route. I'm going a way different route. Way different route. A way different route. You know, a way different route. See, I was told she may win to not pay spousal abuse because that's the way these judges do these fucking women out here. You know? So I'm prepared for that. I'm really prepared for that. It's going to hurt me even worse, but there's nothing I could do. You know, nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. And her attorney, oh my God, I told her, you know, I'm pissed off because it wasn't, they didn't have no stenographer there, which was unethical when I first went into the courtroom. But now, you know, there's got to be one there. There got to be a stenographer there. I don't care, you know, because I'm taking this to trial. I don't know if you go to trial for divorce or what, but I'm bringing out everything, and I got all my witnesses ready to be subpoenaed and everything, you know, everything, you know, everything. They have documents. They have recordings from me, everything, you know. So she destroyed me, you know. I've been sicker because of her. It's like she enjoys this, you know. But it hurts. It hurts. There was never no love from her whatsoever. Anytime a woman claims that they love you and they put you through lies, there was never no love there. I never cheated on her. She cheated on me. Always tell me it's a friend. That's why she was in the middle of the bed, butt naked, showing herself, Skyping some guy. It's a friend. You don't show your naked body to no friend. You don't do that. That's why I don't use the terms friends. I use the terms associates, man. Friends are some dirty motherfuckers, man. They dirty. You know, they dirty. You know, they are dirty. But her attorney's a liar. He committed false statements to the courts, submitted false documentation, false testimony. So I'm going to also look into that, what could be done against this attorney. You see, so he hides behind the attorney firm, but I got to find out his name, and I'm going to deal with him through the bar. See, I'm going to deal with him through the bar because he submitted false testimony to the courts. And when the courts allow false testimony to come in and be used, that's messed up. That is really messed up. There's no justice in the state of Minnesota for man because they don't care. Justice is blind when it comes to a man. That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen. And it sucks. It sucks. And I tell her, I didn't give you AIDS. Go after the people that gave you AIDS. You was the prostitute in Minnesota. So there's no telling how many people you gave AIDS to before I met you. There's no telling how many people you gave AIDS to. There's no telling. No telling. No telling. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press. That is my constitutional rights, First Amendment rights. And they trying to violate my First Amendment rights there. You can't do that. I didn't violate no restraining order. I got a right to say what I want to say on the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press. I have that right. I didn't violate no restraining order. I don't go nowhere near that woman. I don't care who she gives AIDS to. Let them do something to her. She is a dirty, don't have no morals, don't have no regrets, don't have no respect, no dignity, no honor. There's nothing in her that's nice. Like everybody tell me, You cannot make a hoe into a housewife. And everybody was right. Everybody was right. You cannot make a hoe into a housewife. And that's what she was in the state of Minnesota, a hoe. So why now should I show respect to her when she intentionally give me her disease? Why should I have compassion or care for her? The laws out here are whacked, man. The laws in Minnesota are whacked, but it's okay for her to lie. She took off on May 7th. She cleaned the whole house out on May 7th. And this punk put falsified documents saying that I got $3,000 worth of merchandise from the house. No, I don't. She took everything out of the house. Terry took pictures. We took pictures. She cleaned the whole house out. She tore up everything that we owned together. Pictures, she tore up. Okay? She tore up the food that was in the freezer and in the refrigerator. That's how low down and cowardly she was. She planned all of this out. She planned it all out with the sheriff's department to try to set me up. That's what she did. But I broke no laws. So what do they say? Oh, this is what we're going to do. We want you to argue with him. Okay? Let him argue with you. Say he hit you. Say you're afraid of him. And we could put a restraining, you could put a restraining order out on him and go for your divorce. Let me explain something to you. Any other man that would have walked in on their wife that was butt naked in the middle of the bed with a dildo, Skyping a guy, he would have beat the hell out of that wife. He would have beat the hell out of that woman. That's what that man, another man, would have done. And I asked a lot of guys that, man, I would have beat the hell out of that woman. She disrespect me like that. But you see, that's the difference between me and them. I was never violent to my wife. She was always violent to me. I got the marks. I got the stab wounds. I got the cut wounds. She was always violent to me. Do you have an idea for an invention? Call today. Everybody argues. And you know what our best our arguments was always about? Why is it you got to always give our car to someone to use? They're not under our insurance. Coronavirus cases are on the rise in 22 states. You got drugs in the car. They get pulled over. They go to jail. The car goes with them. So that she throws in my face. Sue says this. I don't give a fuck about what Sue got to say. Misery loves company. We're seeing improvements across the major. So I found out, yes, I can fight that restraining order that she put out on me because she lied. And I got the proof for the courts to bring that up. You see, I have all the proof I need. And if I got to take it to the higher court of the state of Minnesota, I will. If I got to go to federal court, I will. It is a shame the way a woman lies to the courts because they got busted cheating, committing adultery, and not once have I ever hurt this woman. Not once have I ever hurt my wife. She has stabbed me. She has cut me. She has threw my leg out the window. She has assaulted me. She had tried to run me down with the car before. She has pulled her little 22 caliber gun out on me. Which when we was in court for the restraining order on the 26th, she had it in her purse. And I said, okay, you say you can't be around guns. Why she got a gun in her purse? She had a 22 little caliber gun since I met her. Always carried it on her. Oh, but I forgot. She's a woman. A woman can get away with that in the state of Minnesota. I totally forgot about that. She can carry her little Colt 22. I totally forgot about that. But if a man carries a gun, he loses his rights with a restraining order. All a woman got to say, oh, he tried to call me. I didn't call you. I don't need to call you. I don't want to call you. I hate your sight. Because what you put me through and intentionally gave me and intentionally infected me with AIDS, what you put me through, no. There's no way on God's green earth that I ever want to see you in my life as long as I'm alive right now again. No way on God's green earth. See, you don't fear nothing. You see, all of a sudden when you get busted, oh, I'm afraid of my husband. You are so full of shit. You are so full of shit. You stole all the money out of the account. You closed the account down. You stole everything. But it's not going to last too long. It's not going to last too long because I found a law that no courts can deny me my right. That's what I found out. That's what I found out. You know, so this is not going to be over. No, it's far from over because we're going to be in court. We're going to be in court for years. We're going to be in court. This is far from over. This is far from over. Stop lying on me saying I violated a restraining order. I don't give a damn about you. I don't care about you. You did this to me. I've done nothing to you. You're the one that got busted. Butt naked, Skyping some guy with a dildo between your legs. You got busted. And all you tell me, just a friend. Is it just a friend when you screwing them in the car and I find condoms, used condoms in the car? Just a friend, right? You're not a woman. That you are not a woman. That you are not. That you are not. So you can fool all these other people. You could play your little game, but guess what? It's time for the hammer to come down on you now. And everyone that's involved. It's time. You manipulated everybody. You manipulated everyone. See, I got everything. I had someone get your original medical records, everything. And during trial, all of this will be out. When you was in an asylum in Minnesota, when your mother kept putting you away because you tried to kill yourself, all of this will be brought up in court. From your age, from you being a prostitute, when you was having young girls, you was picking up young girls with him to be a prostitute.
Okay, doctor.
You left when they was investigating him. So we got all of that.
Instead of Dr. Fauci?
We have all of it. All of it. You know, so now we're going to see what the court's got to say about this here. You see, that's the main thing. You know, what you have done was the dirtiest thing another human being could do to another human being. You have never told me you had AIDS. I did not find out until you got sick in Minnesota. And I rushed you to the hospital. You intentionally endangered my life all of those years. You intentionally, after the doctor gave us condoms, you intentionally poked holes in the condoms. And then you say to me, why we don't have sex? Because you kept putting holes in the condoms.
Having no idea who these people were. These people have no credibility. The drug doesn't work.
You kept putting holes in the condoms. You played your little game with them, but it ain't gonna last too long. It's not. Freedom of press, freedom of speech, and freedom of the press. God bless you, doctors and nurses that's out there trying to help these people survive from this COVID-19. But the ones that don't wear masks, let them die. I have no sympathy for people that don't want to follow the CDC rules. And I do not respect the CDC in the state of Minnesota because they saying what my wife done to me is okay. She give me AIDS and everything else. That's what they're saying. So I have no respect for them. Okay? Peace out.
Rather than where it is now. Now it's sort of